All right, good job, good job. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. You guys did a good job. So, in order to fully understand relationships, one of the things my wife and I had to do is we decided to get certified as body language trainers. Now, let me be totally transparent here. The only reason I became a body language trainer is because my wife became a body language trainer first. And I am not a dumb guy. If my wife's going to be able to see the stuff that I'm not saying, but she's able to read, I need to know what that's about. How many of you guys understand what I'm talking about here? That's a good, smart move, right? So, I became a body language trainer. And what's very interesting is this happened after we started helping couples with their relationships. And one of the things we're able to do, I told you earlier about being able to see things that were interesting. Now I was able to go in and find out what those things meant. Now, the way that I approach body language is a little different than a lot of people, because a lot of people look at body language as some way to detect things like, oh, they're lying, or they're not, I would say the same thing, not telling the truth, or they're being elusive. I don't do that. My way that I look at body language is to use it as a tool to ask a better question. To ask what? Do you guys realize that you will get anything you want in life if you know how to ask the right questions? Let me give you an example. I'm just going to put a suggestion out there that in your initial phone call that you have people make from your office, that the question is built into everything they ask, which is, so why are you coming in? Why is it that you're thinking braces might be good for you? And I want you to put that somewhere where everyone in the office knows exactly why that person is coming in. Because then you can have a conversation with them about what's important to them. Now, I'm not saying this to say anything controversial, and like I said, I appreciate everything everybody said today. And I want to tell you this, one thing that I've learned is a truth in my own life and a truth in most people's lives. People do not buy what they need. People buy what they want. No one needs a 65-inch television. No one. Everyone buys what they want. And of course, I'm not talking about food. But even on that, the type of food you want is what you buy. So find out what they want. So for myself, I was born, and I didn't know it was a common thing until I started working in this industry. I was born with an extra tooth in my mouth, to where it stopped the top two teeth, my front two teeth here, from coming in correctly. So literally, as a 9-year-old boy, my parents just went through a divorce. I have a speech impediment, and now my teeth are coming in like this, completely jacked up. Two things that were a big problem for that. Number one, I wanted to be an actor growing up. How many actors you know with totally jacked up teeth that go like that? One, great. I'm already out. It's terrible. Second thing is this, kids, anybody ever have a time in their life where people weren't actually totally nice to them? When maybe they were made fun of a little bit for something they wanted to do or something that they did or some way they looked? Yeah, kids weren't nice to me. So I had to get this big old operation when I was a kid and had to take out that tooth and do this other stuff. All I remember is the laughing gas part of it. That's all I remember. I remember thinking, they said, think of Disneyland, I'd be at Disneyland, and sure enough, I was at Disneyland. And I had to eat Jell-O for a week afterwards, which is why I hate Jell-O to this day. And then I had to get braces on about 5 years later. Braces changed my life. So my why had nothing to do with an overbite, and it really actually didn't even have anything to do with my jacked up teeth. My why had to do with I was tired of being made fun of. Now you talk like that to a parent or to a kid, and you talk to their why. You don't have to worry about a lot of sales issues because you're talking to them about what they want. They're not going to care about the way that you do it. They're not going to care about the technical stuff. They're going to care about that you understand what is important to them. That you understand that little Johnny wants to be a star someday. Or little Susie wants to have a Beyonce smile. Like, that's what you should know. So finding out their why.